There are two kinds of people, those who own up and those who don't. My vlog today is called Everyday Heroes, and I'm Susan Diamond from Prayables.com. Let's start with those folks who don't own up. Post-election remarks separate the real winners and losers. Alexei Janulius was the young Democratic candidate running for Illinois Senate. He's pretty much the product of Chicago-style political king-making. He lost his carefully orchestrated and excessively financed campaign to a well-respected veteran congressman. Despite his gracious, prepared concession speech, he was caught on camera making a snarky remark to a reporter, something like, "I lost because not enough people voted for me." Oh, I see. It's the voters' fault that Alexei didn't get what he wanted. Wah, wah, wah. Another case I'm thinking about is the daughter of a family friend who has never held a real post-college job. She worked for a friend of a friend, and then she started a business that didn't make it, and now she's a consultant. Oh, and did I mention she's living in subsidized housing? Yes, at age 30, her parents continue to pay her rent, her car, her insurance, and credit card bills. Hand me a barf bag before I upchuck. Get a real job and stop spending too much money. How's that for an idea? I know it's rough economic times, and I suppose I should go easier on wealthy politicians as well as wealthy princesses who find themselves, surprisingly, unemployed. Yet when I see an attitude of entitlement, it makes me crazy, not compassionate. How can we expect things to get better if excuses and blame is the go-to for so many people? One of my favorite expressions is, "Don't tell me how rocky the water is, just steer the damn boat." We're so much more productive when we can just stay focused on what it is we want to achieve. There are always reasons why something might not work or how hard it will be to reach our goals. And yet the opposite can also be true. I'm inspired by young people who take chances, have a positive outlook, and take responsibility when they fall short. I used to work with a girl named Trudy. She was a young divorced mom who moved to Chicago from a small town in Wisconsin. Trudy lost custody of her young daughter because of a very serious drinking problem. But that was in the past when I met her. Right away, she let me know she made mistakes and she was paying for them. Child support payments to her ex-husband equaled 25% of her gross pay. Trudy lived in a very tiny basement apartment and very carefully budgeted her money. She saved any extra so she could go back to Wisconsin as often as possible and visit her daughter. Somehow, completely on her own, she managed to get by on a low-wage salary, and she realized her dream of being sober and living an independent life in the big city. There are everyday heroes in small towns, suburbs, and big cities all across the country. I love to hear their stories, told in their own voice and spoken with honesty and pride. We're expanding our Prayables radio programming to include features on women like Trudy who have a courageous spirit. If you have such a story or you know someone who does, please let me know. We'll share it with others on our radio channel, website, and social communities so that women everywhere will be motivated to strengthen their resolve and live life on their own terms. And now, a prayer from Prayables.com called Inspirational You. I pray for you to be with me in the moments I need inspiration, to fulfill my life's pathway with creative moments and joy. I know my journey consists of more than just monumental events, but it is filled with everyday activities that lead me to my greatest work. I find my joy and inspiration all around me because you have laid it there right in front of me. A beautiful sunrise, a golden sunset, my children laughing, my husband gleaming, the dogs wrestling, the wind caressing my skin. All of these are your doing. but each one of them inspires me to be more than I am right now.